So
73, going
happy
strong.
birthday to
Woo,
my
woo, woo.
mom.
Happy birthday
Uh,
season.
we're a podcast, and life gets crazy, and so I just turn my mom's advice, and that's how this podcast works. So welcome to it. Hi, Mom.
Hi, honey.
I have a confession to make,
I know what
and
it is.
what you do know what it is?
Hmm.
Well, what is it about?
You didn't go to Banff by yourself.
So this kind of got out of control on social
Mm,
media, and I
mm.
didn't mean for this to get completely out of control.
Not that you've told me that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um, I said that I was going on a solo trip to Canada, and I thought that I was gonna get away with saying I was going on a solo trip to Canada, and then you guys started to get real snoopy by I don't know how, but I guess noticing the reflection in sunglasses and this and that, and I don't know. You guys are super sleuths.
mm.
So I guess that I have to make a really honest confession today, right here on the podcast. And I need to let you know that I actually went to Canada by myself.
You did?
There was absolutely nobody else that went to Canada with me
Oh,
at all. Like,
good, because I had a bet with your dad and I thought I'd just lost.
that got so out of control. I started a wildfire that I really couldn't put out while I was gone, and so I'm glad we get a chance to talk about this. And yeah, I actually have so many things to talk about. I just got back. In case you don't know, I just got back from Banff, and it was amazing. Oh my gosh, it was the most
Mm.
beautiful place. I didn't even expect it to be as beautiful as it actually was, because honestly, I put such little planning into this trip, and that's going to play into a lot of the stories as we go into today's podcast. But I really didn't have. I'd seen pictures, and the pictures don't do no justice of this place. Honestly, I'll be 100% honest with you. I didn't even know where in Canada Banff was.
Mm.
I didn't even know where Calgary was. I just knew I was flying into Calgary. I didn't realize until I really the day before what part of Canada I was even flying into. I just knew that I always wanted to go to Banff because I knew it was beautiful and I'd seen pictures, and I just hopped on a plane, and I basically just went and did very piss poor planning into this trip. But yeah, this is my very first solo trip that I had taken and since COVID. Post divorce, pre-COVID, so in over 5 years, and it was really, really fantastic. It was so
Oh.
great, for so many different reasons, some that I actually might get emotional about because when I got back, it kinda hit me, and we'll kinda get into that in a little bit, but no, I did not travel, and there was nobody consistently with me, the whole time that I was there. So I know that there was this big fascination of wondering if I was on a romantic trip. Did I take somebody with me? No, Dan was not with me. My buddy Dan was not with me. Now that is 90% of the truth.
Oh, the plot thickens.
How about this? That's 90% of the truth of the story. Um, the other 10% we'll talk about on More Mama's Boy on Thursday, okay? And I
Shoot,
think
even I have to wait for that.
I
You don't
think
even
that's a
share
fair
this with me.
because I
Ask him
want to talk.
questions
Yeah,
you don't even tell me.
no, I want to talk about like the good stuff.
Mm.
So we'll talk about some other things on More Mama's Boy. That's our Thursday show, but we'll just get into some of the good stuff. So Banff is beautiful. I'm not going to sit here and do a whole rundown of Banff. Just know it's a stunning place. If you've ever heard anything about it, because a lot of you guys messaged me saying you've always wanted to go, just freaking go. Like
Mm.
it is as majestic and as awesome and as outdoorsy. The weather was perfect. It was peak leaves. It was weather was I could not. I mean, it was just what I needed it to be. It was too short of a trip. I wish I could have stayed about 2 or 3 more days. I mean, but everything was just awesome. Um, I have so many stories that we need to talk about. But let me start with the serious part first, and then we'll get to all the goofy stories too. I I haven't traveled solo for a very long time. And the point of this trip of going solo was because I needed to prove to myself that I could do it. I had lost a lot of confidence in traveling. It's one thing I didn't think that I could do because of the assault. And honestly, I just didn't. The last time that I traveled by myself was to Seattle, and even when I went to Seattle in 19, I still knew people. Like I was visiting people that I knew, even though I stayed by myself. Like I knew people in the city, and I would go see friends, and I'd say, I had lunch plans, or I'd meet it for dinner or whatever. I knew people. This is the very first trip that I've taken where I knew absolutely no one, and to a different country where, by the way, they don't even speak English, which I kind of forgot about that they don't speak actual English on that side of Canada. And that presented a few
Oops.
issues because I had to go find things like creatine while I was there,
Mhm.
and like trying to ask where the vitamin section is in a Walmart is very like some things are easy to ask for, like bathroom and washroom. Okay, they can figure that out. Asking where creatine is, that's not an easy translation. That's not it, that one took a second. That was a really tricky one. But especially to Walmart. I mean, people don't go to Walmart to ask where the creatine is. That's not a hot seller for them. So,
Mhm.
so I, um, but I lost a lot of confidence in. I lose confidence in walking outside my house, and so I had a lot
Mhm.
of anxiety of could I actually make this trip in the first place,
Mhm.
and I wanted to prove to myself that I could do this just post assault, but I didn't know that I had the ability. Even I remember the last time that I traveled, when I went to Seattle, I remember feeling very lonely,
Mm.
um, because it's still pretty post divorcey, and I just kind
Yeah.
of felt like, man, like alone, and very like kind of sad, and like
Mhm.
even though I knew people, it was just I don't know, I just felt very divorced. Kind of out there alone. Like I didn't really love traveling by myself because I felt like I don't know, it just felt lonely. It just felt very
Mhm.
lonely. Y'all, this trip, totally different. Totally different vibes. Absolutely loved it. I loved every second of this trip.
Oh.
I friggin' had a blast by
Ah.
myself. I did
Ah.
everything I wanted to do. I met people. I literally I woke up when I woke up. I went to bed when I went to bed. It could not have been a more fun
Oh.
experience. I was not lonely for 1 second.
Ooh.
I couldn't say more fun and positive things. So it's so funny when everyone's like, "Oh my god, like your face in these pictures, I can tell like you're in love." I wasn't in love with anybody. I was just having the best time ever. Like I was just having a blast by myself. Like I was
Mm.
literally just thriving and loving life. Like I was in love with myself. I like there was no and I get maybe that was the confusion. Um no, and I think that's the funny thing about I kept laughing as I was going through some of my DMs where everyone's like, "Oh, it's so funny to, it's
Mm.
I'm so happy to see you in love again." I'm like, I don't think that like you can only be happy when you're in love. Like I was thriving,
Mm.
absolutely thriving, like making my own itinerary and like and I love traveling like with Dan or like my California friends. Like it's so fun because you got people with you. But man, I I can't wait to go on another trip by myself. I'm already thinking like, where do I want to go next by myself? I'm gonna
Oh.
make this. Yeah, I mean, like, I wouldn't want to do it every time that I did it, but
Mhm.
I think that like I've got to make this an annual thing
Wow.
where I go. I highly recommend that you do this. It is so I don't know. I just had time to digest a lot of stuff and like get out of like the normal flow of things and like I don't know. Now, with that said, it was also really just showed me how far I've come just with like so many different things, not just the assault, but like with the
Mhm.
divorce and just with everything else. And it made me feel really good. I'm like, I really have become so independent, but not like in
Mm.
like a negative way, but I just felt really empowered. I felt very strong. I felt very like, wow, I can do this. I can really do a lot of things. Like I've been through so
Mm.
much shit and like I've come out the other end of it and like I'm really strong and I'm really like resilient and like I don't know. Such a great trip.
Mhm.
I'm so thankful for Stacy who lives in Nashville because honest to God, I don't know if Stacy never said take, you should travel solo and like she was the person that put it in my head honestly where I was like, you know what?
Mm.
Like and then me saying like I don't know. I don't think I can travel. I don't think I can do that.
Mm.
And then like just the idea going, I don't know that I would have done it. So it was a great trip. Of course, there's 1,000 stories of things that went wrong and crazy that we'll talk about today, but like, but it was great. It was absolutely a fantastic
Oh,
trip,
I'm so
and it
happy.
was really, really good. All right,
Mm.
let's get into questions, Mom. Before we get into that, or do you want to get
Yeah,
into the
what's your
chaos?
confession?
That was my confession. That was
Oh.
the confession is I
Oh.
went by myself. That was
Oh.
my
Oh, I
confession.
got you. I
Yeah,
got you. Okay.
it was a
Okay.
dramatic
Oh,
setup. It was a
I
dramatic
I
setup.
I get it. I
Yeah.
get it.
Okay.
Okay.
You
When
got to
your
be.
dad and I had a bet, he was like, "You don't really think Steven's by himself, do you?"
I
I
mean,
said, "Yes,
you
I do."
call me every 5 minutes. How could I not be? My mom literally called me every 5 minutes. I mean, I could not have.
I wasn't nervous about it. I won't lie.
Yeah, I had to share my location. I'm like, mom, I'll just give you my location so you can just see where I'm at all times. Like you'll. I'm 42 years old, by the way.
I know
42.
you'll always be 7 to me.
I know.
Yeah,
Like
7. Yeah.
I'm grown
All
ass
of you.
man.
You're all
I know.
7 to me.
I know. My mom literally, I think, call me or text me at least once an hour. She's like, "What are you doing? Where are you at?" I'm like, "Okay, I'm good. Like, I promise. I can having the time of my life." My mom checking
It
in.
wasn't that bad.
I can. We got
Mm,
timestamps. We can probably go through and check.
mm,
It was a lot. It
mm,
was a lot. You definitely checked in quite a few times.
mhm. Okay.
Every
I'll
few
have to get
hours.
used to this solo
I'm telling you,
flight.
I'm gonna do it all the
Yeah.
time. I'm
Oh,
gonna do it. I'm gonna do it all the time.
you're
It's
gone.
fantastic. Oh
You're
yeah, I'm
gone.
gone. It's a thing now. It's definitely a thing. It's so fun. So great. Okay, let's get into the chaos. I don't know the odds of this. It's got to be slim. And I looked up the how often it happens, but like I don't know in a lifetime the odds of this happening. But my plane going over there got struck by lightning, and it honestly was one of the scariest things. And I've lived through some scary things, but like
Mm.
your plane getting struck by lightning, pretty fucking scary. Okay, like
Yeah.
it was pretty.
What happened? I mean, how did you know it? I
Oh,
mean,
you know it. You don't question if your plane gets struck by lightning. Just by the way, if your plane
oh,
ever gets struck by lightning, just know you absolutely understand that your plane gets struck by no one on that plane questioned, did we get struck by lightning? We all 100% knew we got struck by lightning. Like
oh.
you won't be like,
Well,
"Wait,
what
was that?"
happens? Does it throw you off course
It
or?
was wild. Okay, so here we are. I'm flying from Baltimore over to Phoenix as our first stop, right? And the path is terrible, by the way. And I'm getting kind of apprehensive because I'm like, is this a bad omen? Because it's taken us, we're in the air for over an hour longer than we're supposed to be. The path, I'm watching it on the little screen, and I'm like, this
Mm.
is not good. I can tend the rain, it's just raining and storming and the turbulence is awful, right? And it's not fun. It's a really bad plane ride. All of a sudden, now I'm sitting by the wing as it is, and like
Mm.
the girl I'm sitting on the aisle, but the girl by the window has the shade up, right?
Mhm.
And all of a sudden, y'all, I mean, I don't know how to describe this other than you just feel this massive I mean, the plane literally dips. I mean, it literally like boom, like
Oh.
like a roller coaster or something.
Oh.
I'm not like massively, but I mean like,
Wow.
but we all shift. I mean, we all. If you're watching the video of this, we're all like, whoa, like,
Whoa.
and you hear this like pop, and you
Mm.
can actually, I mean, you can see it. I mean, it's like this spark, and like the lights like dim, and you're like,
Oh.
and at first, I mean, you don't coherent that the plane gets because you're like, what the fuck was that? I mean,
Mm.
what could that have been? Like, what in the
Mm.
world?
Just happened.
And everyone's like
Oh.
stunned. Everyone is like stunned. All right. And nobody's like screaming. I think everyone's like so scared that like no one freaks out because you're like, okay. And I think then we all kind of like come to the conclusion we're like, did we just get struck by lightning? And then I think after that happens, the next question that goes through your head is, what happens if your plane gets struck by lightning? Like,
Yeah.
what,
Yeah.
like what's the next? Because in my logical mind, you obviously crash. Like that's the only thing that can happen. We've
Oh.
jolted I mean, in a movie, let's be honest, all you can do is tailspin down and die. Like that's the only thing that happens,
No.
right? So what's the only logical thing for someone to do at this point? I do the only thing because people aren't, but I mean, you can feel the tension in the plane. People, there's definitely like murmurs,
Mm.
everyone's like kind of like murmuring, and the guy next to me, and now let me set this up for you. Girl in the window seats like this. She's probably in her 20s. She's young. She's younger than me. She's probably 20s. The guy next to me, like the only way that I can describe him to you is like cool black guy from church. Okay, cool black guy from church.
Uh-huh.
Like, and I'll explain why that, like cool black pastor, and I'll and I'll explain why I gave him that title in a second because it was really funny afterwards. But like, kind of like a little bit heavier set, like, but like just kind of picture that kind of guy, okay? And then there's me, right? And like I can feel his tension, and he was like, "Shit, do did we just get did we just get hit by lightning?" And I was like, I think we did. And I can tell like I could tell the whole
No.
flight he was already apprehensive about flying, which by the way, if you have a flight
Oh.
phobia, can you imagine? I don't really have a flight phobia. So like,
Mm.
and he was like, "Shit. Well, now what do we do?" And like you're asking me like I'm gonna do something. I'm like, I was like, I think it's okay. I think it's okay. But again, we're still having turbulence, y'all, so we don't know. Like none of us really know. They're not saying anything. And I'm like, I think it's okay. But the only logical thing I can think to do is to go on to Chat GPT, right? So
Oh, gee.
so I'm like, hang on. So I pull up Chat GPT because like what else am I gonna do? Like, I don't know. Like what else? Like what other resources do I have at this point? Like what would you do? I don't
And who
fucking
else
know.
could you rely on?
Right. Like but I'm gonna ask the girl at the end because she's looking at me like, yeah, I'm like, why are you looking at me? Like, what the fuck am I? I'm the aisle guy. Like, I don't fucking know. I'm just the aisle guy. Like, I'm just as knowledgeable as you guys. Like, what the fuck are you guys looking at me? Like, I fucking know. I don't know. So I'm like, let me just type this in. I don't know why I become the leader of the row, but all right. Like, so what happens if your plane gets struck by lightning?
Oh, God.
Luckily, I bought internet, which I rarely do, but for some reason I did because I needed to get some work done. And I was like, okay, like, well, what happens if you and luckily it was like planes are built to get struck by lightning. It happens literally. I think it said every plane. This is wild. And I don't have it pulled up right now, but it said every single plane gets struck by lightning once or twice per year.
Yeah, I read that too.
Isn't that
Yeah.
wild? So
Yeah, crazy,
it's
crazy.
I guess it happens
'Cause I
probably
never heard about it. I
more
mean, nobody ever
often.
talks about that,
Nobody.
right?
Like, nobody ever talks about
Uh-uh,
I've never I
uh-uh.
mean, I travel a lot. I mean, not a ton,
Uh-uh.
but, like and nor would I ever think about I just would never think about what happens if your plane gets struck by lightning.
Mm-mm.
Never went through my mind. Like, didn't really think about
No,
that as an option, you know?
no.
And I will tell you, and I think this is kind of a PSA. Just know if your plane ever gets struck by lightning, it's a smidge scary. And by smidge, I mean it's very scary. It's very scary. But I hope that now you've heard this, and just know that like it's gonna be okay. Like
You will be
you're
alright.
okay. The
The
plane just kind
plane
of
is
jolts a
not
little bit.
going to yeah, you're not gonna catch on fire. It's
Power
not gonna
goes a little
knock a
weird for a
wing
second.
off.
It's a loud boom, but it's other than that, it's that's it. Now you know that. Now you're prepared. I wish I would have been prepared. Didn't know that literally that was an option. It's an option, and that happens. Now, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Now, of course, but we're all the guy next to me doesn't look like he really wants to believe Chat GPT, right? So he's like, man, I don't know. I'm just gonna pray. And I'm like, okay, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
That's good.
You should probably
Yeah,
pray.
yeah.
Um,
That's what I
y
would do.
yeah. Because I mean, what else? I mean, what else can you do? I mean, that's all we can do, I guess. So anyway, the plane lands about 20. We were like circling. They couldn't land in Denver. It was just really bad. Blah, blah. Anyway, we landed, and eventually, when we land, the flight attendant comes on, and she's like, well, you guys lived through something that was pretty crazy. She's like, I've been flying for 20 years and I've never had my plane struck by lightning before.
Oh,
So, which I'm like, I guess I'm glad you didn't say it while we were in the air, but like maybe you should have let us know that like
yeah.
the plane got struck by lightning, or maybe you shouldn't. I don't know if it's like good or not good. Like I
Hmm.
don't know. I'm not really sure which way was better.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
so she anyway, yeah. So that happened. But let me tell you, the best part was the guy next to me. This is to me, this is the funniest part of the whole story. So we land, right? And this guy, the first thing he does is he pulls out his phone and he gets on. I don't know, he felt so motivated to like get on FaceTime, but not FaceTime with one person. You know how you can FaceTime with like multiple people at
Oh,
once? Y'all,
no.
he was on with like 7 people. And I mean, I couldn't help but be nosy, but he was on. I mean, I don't know who these people were. I don't know if it was his family. And he was like, Lord, y'all. And he was telling the whole story. And like they were on, and they were like, we're gonna pray for you, Lord. And like it was like it was just really fun. It was whoever these people were. I don't know his family. I don't know. They were so worried about him, and like he just felt the need right to
Oh,
FaceTime them all right there, and like tell them
no.
this whole story. And they were so concerned about him, and like. And he
Oh,
was like, he's
God.
like, the whole time I was just praying to Jesus. I was praying to Jesus that he was going to get me through it. And but this man was loud, y'all. He was not quiet about this. He was just professing all these things about Jesus and how like Jesus got him through it. Um, and so it was just, I felt like I was in church or something. It was very. So maybe it's prayer. I don't know. Maybe his prayers got us through. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. Long story short, I lived through a lightning strike to a plane, and the good thing is I don't know if you want to believe Chat GPT or the man that prayed our way through safety, but either way, you'll get through a plane if your plane gets hit by lightning, just know you'll be able to get through it. So that's really good. All right, certified fans, thank you so much for your support of the show. I was thinking about this while actually on the plane, not the one that almost crashed, but on the one back. Just really thankful for you guys, man.
Hmm.
We're into year 5, and actually, the reason that I was thinking about you, this was another thing that caused a little bit of a hubbub on social media while I was gone because people did like an Ask Me Anything thing over on social, and one of the questions was, "Do you miss San Diego?" And I said, "Well, you know, I mean, yeah, of course I miss it, but I got a little something brewing." And people are like, "Well, what's brewing? Are you coming back? What's going on?" Um, I probably shouldn't have said anything, but um, a little something brewing. I got a little something. I got a little something brewing right now. Um, but the only reason I have something brewing is really because of you guys, man. It's actually more podcast related than radio. Actually, it's all podcast related. Um, that's all. I mean, that's all I can say right now. That's all I can say. And actually, we'll talk about it on More Mama's Boy. Actually, I'll tell you. I'll tell you more on More Mama's Boy. How about that? How about that?
That's a
Well,
good tease.
that's a good. See, that's a good tease right there. Thank you, mother.
That's a
Thank
good
you.
one.
We have a Thursday show called More Mama's Boy, and it's just, man, it's just I can be a little more transparent over there because that's my real ones over there. Not that y'all aren't, not that these people pay your real ones, but just a smaller group. It's a smaller group, and so we have a Thursday show too. It's called More Mama's Boy. And to get that show, you become a certified fan. It's $6 a month, and really all that money goes to it's all goes to the production of this podcast. And I was thinking too, I was like, really, all we're doing is cutting the middleman out of the situation. Like, you are, instead of like coming on here and doing these live reads, because some people get frustrated, like, well, I don't want to, I don't want to pay, you know, to support a podcast, but I'll go, you know, what's like, I'm trying to think of a big podcast sponsor, like not one of ours, but like I don't in case they ever come back. I don't talk shit on somebody. Let's just take Monster Energy. Let's take Monster Energy. Like, if I were to be like, hey, go drink Monster Energy and use my code Kramer, and then you guys did that, and then they just like cut me back, a few bucks for every time you guys buy Monster Energy. It's like, let's just cut out the middleman. Like, go buy Monster Energy if you like it, and like we can still make money for the podcast. It's like the same thing, but like it's just the same thing. And like, where are you going?
See all this zebra stripes?
Oh yeah,
It's the
on the
sun going
video.
down.
Oh, okay.
Hold
So
on.
anyway, it's a way to support the podcast. It's the only way to support the podcast that we're doing right now. Actually, there's another way to support the podcast coming soon, I think. But anyway, that's not here nor there. You can go to go to the show notes. You can become a certified fan, $6 a month. There's new ways to support, to different levels of support that you can do for new features. When you join, you get the Thursday show. You can get ad free, which, by the way, let me speak on ad free for 1 second. I was bitching because ad free has not been ad free so far, and like I know it's really frustrating for you guys. They're like, wait a minute, I've been upgraded to ad free. Why is it not ad free? And I'm like, stupid ass Supercast over here got their shit wrong. Apparently, I was the one that got it wrong on my end. So that is I will take the L on that one. I was bitching at that. Actually, while I was gone, I was sending these nasty emails to them. I was literally like in the middle of Lake Louise, being like, I was trying to. I need to get my ad free. Like, can you just imagine me like in the middle of the most beautiful place in the world, being like, I need to make sure my listeners get ad free. I need answers now. I need it now. Like, like one bar top of a mountain. I need my answers right now. I was literally in the middle. I swear to God, I was in the middle of a hike, and I swear to God, they sent me some like stupid ass response, and I was like, I need expedited response now on this, because I literally I want to get this right for you guys because it's important. Because I honestly we spent a long time setting this up, and I was frustrated. But anyway, apparently it's my fault. Hopefully, by the time we're recording this a day early, so hopefully by the time it gets released, everything will be ad free. If not, it's coming very soon. I promise. This week's a little crazy. My mom's actually coming in town, and so everything. So hopefully, very soon. I'm hoping this is ad free. If not ad free, I'm gonna freak out. But just know that the problem has been identified, and apparently the problem is me. So apologies on that. But yeah, come join Certified Fans. This would be a great week to join because there's a lot to talk about that we can only talk about over there, because I just don't. There's some things I just don't want 100% public yet. So we'll talk about it over there. But thank you for your support of our show. Is it October yet? What day? What day is
No,
it?
that's the day I come to you, Wednesday.
Oh, so is it still Queen Pam? Are we still Queen
Yeah.
Pamming?
Yeah.
Are we really? Queen Pam, is it still your birthday? Oh my God, it's your last day. I thought.
Still birthday season.
Oh my God. Pam, oh my God, we're still talking about your birthday? My God, I guess we are, aren't we? So we also have Adopt a Show. Adopt a Show is another way to support the show. And I want you to think of it as, hey, I got a special date, or I just love the show and I love a shout out in the middle of the show. And that's what we do. We basically give every episode up for adoption. This is like
Mhm.
creative thing I came up with earlier this year, and it's just a fun way for us to say hi to you in the middle of the show. And so I don't know actually there's any October dates left before we say hi to Pam. Let me just check this. I did not look at this before we got started. My mouse is not working. I don't know that we do have any dates left in October. I hope we don't. I love when we have no dates left going into this. So Adopt a Show, Mom, do you want to explain Adopt a Show so I can look this up really quick?
Okay, yeah, it's those awesome people who just want to celebrate a birthday, an anniversary, some special occasion, whatever, or just celebrate Kramer. Just celebrate him and go on to show notes, go on to Adopt a Show, sign up. We
Oh,
love you for it. It's another little piece of revenue to help us out.
we
But
actually have
I
three
swear
dates left.
nobody loves us more than Queen Pam.
We have 3 dates left in October. That does not make me feel
Oh,
good. Oh, it's really
oh,
not gonna be good.
uh-oh.
So, yeah, if you
Y'all
can go
sign up
adopt
or I'll have to adopt them.
yeah. I rely on that money to be there before the month starts. So, yeah, if you can go adopt an episode for October, that'd be great because now I'm a little stressed out because October is literally like tomorrow. So, yeah, if you got a special date coming up, we got 3 dates left over, shows in October that are available for adoption. I would love it if there's a date that rings a bell. You say, hey, I want to support the show. That'd be awesome. Go grab an October date. Queen Pam, here we go for the final time. Man, thank you for all of your
Well,
support.
final time this month.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
she literally adopted every single show. In case you haven't hopped in for every show. She literally adopted every single show for the month of September. It was her birthday month, and what she wanted to do was literally adopt every single show, which, by the
Mhm,
way, is like literally the nicest thing ever. So,
mhm,
so thank you for that. Uh, That's first off very kind. I hope this was a really
mhm.
great month, and I hope every time you turn on
I
Mama's
hope
Boy, and
so
I know you listen
too.
to them all, so and that's also very kind of you. I hope
Mhm,
every time you turn on an episode, you just felt very loved and you felt very, it just felt
mhm.
good. And I hope every time that anyone adopts these shows, I hope that like when you hear your name and like it's I always say because I kind of relate this back to like a radio shout out kind of, and that always feels even as something that I do professionally. Like even when like my radio friends like shout me out, I always feel like it's still cool to me. Uh, so I hope it kind of gives you that same warmth, but especially for your whole
Mhm,
birthday month. I hope every time that you turned it on, that made you feel
mhm.
good because that's what it's here
'Cause
for.
you are good.
Because you are. But B, I hope that that, like you understood that you're doing something. I hope everyone, especially you, you're doing something bigger. Like I hope Mama's Boy is like, you're doing something bigger than yourself. Like
Mhm,
this little podcast like turned into even like, to me this was just going to be like I didn't know what this show would become. I didn't think we'd be doing this 5 years later. I thought I was just going to kind of do this in between radio jobs and just kind of use it more as like a resume. You know what I mean? Just to like
mhm.
look like I was doing something in between radio jobs, just so I didn't look like I was just sitting on my ass. I had no idea this would turn into what it turned into, and means so much to so many people. Means so much to me. Means so much to my mom. I never could imagine all the accolades we get from this show. I don't know. Like I meet people all the time. I talk to people all the time. It's just become so big in so many people's lives. And so, Pam, I hope that you know that like this month, like you supported that. And so that's so much bigger than like
Mhm,
just your birthday.
mhm,
So thank you for doing that. It really
mhm.
is. Without your support, I mean, you gave a whole month of support to a show, like, and you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. Like, you didn't like shit. You could have done anything else you wanted to for your birthday month. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
She could have, but she chose
yeah.
to do that. And I think that says a lot
That's
about
what's
you.
awesome about her. She does whatever she wants to
She does
do
whatever she wants, and that's what she would.
because she's
But that's what
retired.
she chose to do, though. You know what I mean? That's what I'm
That's
saying. Like,
right.
I think there's
And
just
it's
something really
so cool.
like adopting one episode is really cool. Adopting 10 episodes is like, I don't know, man.
Over
Just
the top.
letting that sink in for a second. It's like, wow, holy shit, that's crazy. So anyway, Pam, thank you so much. Queen
Mhm.
Pam, everybody. Round of applause, Queen Pam. Queen Pam for the month. Queen Pam for the month.
Woo! Whoop, whoop to
Amazing.
Queen Pam. She's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's really, really awesome. And we really
Mhm.
appreciate you. And Love you for that. And yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Queen Pam. So we have 3 dates available right now in October, and that's not great. So I don't know what the deal is. Usually these usually
I
fly
thought
off
you
like
said that 2 were already booked last week.
well,
Oh, you
yeah,
must
but
have
we
been
have
looking at something else.
yeah, but usually
Mm,
these usually go really quick.
mm,
So I don't know what the deal is, y'all. We got to keep
mm,
these things going so we can keep paying
mhm.
these bills, or y'all are gonna have to buy Monster Energy and shit. So it's one or the other. You either got to buy Monster Energy or whatever else I'm hawking, or you got to
No,
adopt episodes. It's one or the
no,
other. So
no.
go adopt episodes and let's keep these bills paid, please. Thank you so
Please.
much. Go in the show notes. You could adopt the episode for October. Those are 3 available right now. Okay, let's see. I have so much to talk about. I'm gonna keep going my stuff. We'll save your stuff for later.
That's fine. I like your
I've
stuff.
talked very little about the trip. I have so many funny things that happen. I get so many funny things. Actually, most of them, most of them actually happen on airplanes.
Oh,
Um,
jeez.
I'm trying to figure out which one I want to jump to next. Um, okay, I'm gonna give you. I'll give you one more airplane story, and then I gotta save everything else for more Mama's Boy because this other story was so uncomfortable that like
Mm.
I don't even know how, I don't know. I got myself into a situation where I was like, shit, now what do I do? Um God, there's so many good stories. I really hope you'll come over to More Mama's Boy. If you don't subscribe to More Mama's Boy, please do. Like even just for a month. Like this is definitely the month to do it. Like, there's just so much going on right now. Okay, so I don't feel like I take advantage of the situation, but like maybe I do. Man, it's like the first point where I was like, "Shit, am I taking advantage?" Because maybe this is bad.
Mm.
Um, I'm not a fan of United Airways for a lot of reasons, and actually, I've got a few notes in here why I don't like United Airways. I just don't. I'm not airlines or whatever they're. I don't like them. I don't fly them that often, but every time I just don't have a great experience. But it was the best flight path for me for this one.
Mhm.
Um, but I'm so used to flying on United. I'm sorry, it's used to flying on Southwest. And in case you don't know, I have this ear condition, right? It's called hyperacusis, which is basically, in case you're new to our show, it's basically I'm like reverse deaf. I almost hear too well, to where if sounds get too loud, it like causes me pain. And so when it comes to things like airplanes, I have to like cover my ears. Like I have to, which nowadays is a lot easier. Now we have like noise canceling earphones. It's fine. But back in the
Mhm.
day, I used to have to like wear earplugs the whole trip. But it's basically I would always have to fly Southwest because I needed to. The quietest seats in the plane, in case you ever need to know this, are towards the front and towards the center. So the closer you get to the front and the closer you get to the center, the quieter the plane. Just fun fact in case you're ever on Jeopardy. Okay, so I'm so used to flying Southwest that I all they always ask me. There's not a hyperacusis section that you can just check, but you can check deaf, right? And so they just ask me to
Mm.
always just check deaf, and then I can pre-board, and then I can get the seat that I need, right? Well, United's a little bit different apparently. And so I'm just so used to checking deaf. I'm just going through again. Yeah, I'm booking this trip fast. I fucked so many things up on this trip, and we'll talk more about it on Thursday. I mean, I fucked so many things up. Like this is like honestly why I need to travel with a woman or romantic partner because so many things. I mean, I like my mom knows a couple of these stories, but like
Mhm.
if I didn't like the most like man like skin of my teeth if like the most skin of my teeth things didn't happen, like this would have been like the worst trip of my life, but it actually ended up being the best trip of my life. So anyway, so I just checked deaf because, and then I can go in and then just get the seat that I need, right? So, but United's a little bit different. So because they don't have open seating, so I just check deaf and I move on, right? So I get to I get to there and I have a seat assignment. It said you can pre-board. I'm like, great. I go sit down. And this flight attendant comes up to me and they're like, sir. I'm like, yeah. Are you deaf? Sir. I know that you're deaf. And like, I'm like, if I'm actually fucking deaf, it doesn't matter if you're yelling. And it took me a second because I forgot that I even checked. I'm like almost taken back because they're yelling so loud at me. I'm like, like someone's like yelling, your face pops back. I'm like, whoa, like, sir, Steven. And I'm like, I had to figure this out. I was like, oh. I was like, no. I was like, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm not actually deaf. Like, I'm not deaf. I'm really not deaf. I was like, oh, well, you and they're still talking like, you put on here that you're deaf. And so I have to now come over. I'm like, I'm not deaf. I was like, I have this like hearing thing that like, it's like actually reversed. I can hear you very well right now. Trust me. They're like, oh, well, and they're still talking loud. I have to actually come over and like give you the safety presentation to make sure that you fully understand how to exit the plane in case something happens. And again, still yelling. Okay. And I'm like, okay, like because I checked deaf and they have to come do this, right? So this poor girl has to like run through this whole, and again, very loud. And I'm like, okay, I can hear you again. Like, I'm fine. So she's like going through basically the whole safety presentation. Now, again, people are trying to board too. Now, because I pre-boarded. So like took advantage of that pre-board situation. Is like, why not?
Oh God.
So she's like, give me the, I'm like, okay, got it. No problem. So I thought that was going to be the end of it. Now keep in mind, I took 4 different flights. So I had to go through this 4 different times. All right. It wasn't just once. It was 4 different times that I had to go through this whole presentation. Every time I was like, no. And every time, sir, Mr. Yancey. Mr. Yancey. And I'm like, again, why are you, if I was actually deaf, it doesn't matter how loud you yell, I wouldn't be able to hear you. Okay. But here's the worst part, y'all. And I didn't notice this until I got off the plane did I get off in Denver coming back, or was it when I got in Baltimore? I think it was when I got in Denver. Okay. So I've gone through the safety presentation a million times, right? Y'all, I'm getting off the plane in Denver, and I'll be goddamned if there is not a fucking person with a wheelchair with my fucking name on it. And again, I'm also thinking, if I'm deaf, how is this going to help anything? Because they had a sign that said Stephen C. Yancey on it. And I'm like, I'm literally walking by because it's at the end, it's like by the door, the airplane. And I just happened to notice it in the corner of my eye with a wheelchair, the sign. And I was like, oh my God. But then as I'm walking by, I'm like, how is that going to help a deaf person? I didn't say that I couldn't walk. I said I was deaf. Like, this is very dramatic.
Oh my God. Oh, geez.
So just know, if you are actually even the slightest bit hearing impaired, just know what you're getting yourself into if you're going to tell United Airlines that, because like they are going to really give you the fucking treatment for it. Like, I will say they don't go above and beyond for much, but like for hearing impaired, they will fucking. Where you got? Why do I get a wheelchair? Where are you taking me? I had 2 hours to get across the airport. It was a 10-minute walk. Like, I probably should have taken it anyway. I mean, why not? Like, seems nice.
Oh my
I feel you know what's
gosh.
sad is somebody's probably hearing this
Oh.
is going to check deaf next time because you just want the wheelchair access. You're probably going to get it. You're probably going to do it. But oh God, funny.
No, that's hysterical.
Yeah,
I think the funniest part is yelling at
just
you.
Mr. Yancey. Yeah, I'm right here. Literally, I'm right here. I mean, then
Oh
not
my
understanding why for
gosh.
so long. I was like, why am I being yelled at? Like it took me a second to even figure out, like, why am I being yelled at? All right, let's do Ask My Mom.
Oh, jeez.
This is
Okay.
our advice segment. We do this when we get some. We're a little backed up on these. That doesn't mean you shouldn't message us, but let us know if you ever got some dilemma going on in your household or with a friend. Send us a message. CertifiedMamasBoy.com. My mom's been a mom now for how many years? Mom, you're so old now.
46.
Yeah, 46 years. And so whenever you've got a dilemma and you need some mom advice, just go to CertifiedMamasBoy.com and click on Contact Us and send us your dilemma. She'll give you her mom advice, and then we'll hop in with our 2 cents as well. So, what's going on, Mom?
Okay. Dear Mama Nancy, our 10-year-old's football team hasn't won a single game this season. My husband, who was a high school football star, calls the games too embarrassing to watch and refuses to come. Last weekend, after another loss, our son quietly asked if Dad was mad at him. It crushed me. I believe showing up matters more than any score, but my husband brushes me off with a Homer Simpson joke and stays home. The season ends in a few weeks, and I fear our boy will finish thinking his dad just didn't care. Do I confront my husband and risk a serious fight, or stay quiet and hope he shows up before the final game? Oh, no. You're absolutely right, Mom. I'm with you. You got to show up for your kids. You got to show up for your kids, win or lose, and cheer them on. That breaks my heart. You need to let him know how hurtful that is to your son. Just, he just has to go. He has to go. That's horrible for a little 10-year-old little boy who's
Well, I mean,
probably
but what if he's
playing
not into it?
hard.
What if he's got a shit attitude? I mean, I don't disagree, but if he's got a shit attitude, like, is it better for him not to go?
Well, he needs to get an attitude adjustment.
But if he doesn't, I mean, I'm just thinking, like, he has a shit attitude, like,
I mean, he doesn't need to go out there and scream at them and say, "Why did you do that?" Or
I'm almost just wondering if it's
whatever.
better,
But
like, if he's gonna have a
still,
shit attitude, like,
oh,
is it almost better for him not to go? Like,
oh,
what would be better? Would it be better for him not to go or for him to go and have a shit attitude?
it would be better for him
Well,
to
no, that
show
I
up
gave
for
you
his
2 options.
kid.
I gave you 2 options. Would it be better for him to not go or to show up and have a shit attitude?
I think it would be better for him to neither one of those.
When I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I understand. This is not, but you have 2 options. Would it be better for him to not go or for him to show up and have shit and have a shitty attitude?
I don't know. Honestly, if he's going to go and have a terrible attitude, it may be worse.
That's what I'm saying.
I
So,
don't
like,
know. I hate that for that little
but
boy.
that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know
Mm.
if going is the right option. I honestly don't know if going's the right option.
Oh.
If that's gonna be, like, how it goes, then, like,
Well, mom needs to talk to dad and say, "Look, this is really hurtful. I mean, our son is really hurting because of this, and you need to
I mean, in
support
theory,
him."
yeah, but, like, that's what I'm saying, but,
Yeah.
like, if he can't get his shit
He
together, I
thinks you're
mean,
mad at him.
but
Oh.
I mean, listen, I don't know.
Hmm.
I hear that and I'm like, the first thing I think about is, like, if you're gonna have a bad attitude, then just don't go. And, like, to me,
Mm.
go do things where you're gonna be in a good mood. Like, I'm just trying to
Mm.
think of, like, like, for example, I don't know anything about sports, right? And so, like, I'm trying to imagine if I had a kid that, like, really loved sports, like, I'd struggle with that. Like, I wouldn't have a shit attitude, but, like, I'd definitely not I wouldn't know what the fuck was going on. I think about that a lot, where I like, if I did have a kid that, like, was really, really into sports, how would I participate with that and, like, be engaged.
You would learn something about the sport,
I guess I
and you would
try,
go and
but if I
help them
what if you
out.
just don't care about it? Like how do you engage with something you just don't care about? I
It
guess it's
doesn't
like,
matter if you care about it. It matters if you care about your kid.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, how do you answer that question? I mean, you guys can hop in. I mean, you can call 888 Kramer 8. We'll talk about it on the certified fans page too. Like, is it better? I mean, obviously we know the right answer here. If the right answer is, oh, he just needs to go and be good. Okay, yeah, but like, if he's gonna go and be like a shit ass, then like, is that really worth it? I would say no, but that's
Mm,
my 2 cents. What do I know?
mm.
Just a deaf podcast host. You know what I mean? So. And by the way, I
I
can't. I'm
swear.
gonna get at least 2 messages about not making fun of deaf people. I guarantee you, it's gonna
I
happen.
know.
But
And you're not. You're
I know it's
not.
just I'm making fun of myself.
You're
But
making fun of United Airlines.
well, it's just like I just feel like if you say you're not deaf, but then I'm sure they also have to follow procedure. Like because imagine
Yeah.
if I was like if something happened and I was like,
Right.
that's a very tricky situation.
Yeah,
Like
it is.
that's a very, I guess maybe I just
Mhm.
don't need to say that I'm deaf, but I do need special accommodations. Like I do actually, but I'm like.
They should have an other on there
But then I guess they don't have
so you
time to like
could
sit there and
write it
ask all
out.
what's wrong with you. Like they sit there all day. It's like these kids with their damn allergies nowadays. It's like they don't have time to sit here and like, ask everyone their damn problems. I mean, they'd be here all day. It's like they're like, we're not a therapist. Like what's your fucking issue? Like what's going on? All right. That's all the time we got for today. We
Oh
really appreciate
gosh.
you, y'all. There's so much going on. It'd be a great time for you to become a certified fan.
Mm.
We do have a lot to talk about with the trip. There's lots more that happened. We are off next week. Just as a reminder, my mom's gonna come up here and visit, so we're gonna take some time
Yay.
off. We'll be back the following week. Thank you to all of our 10 Boy-lievers, the most amazing 10 people that listen to this podcast. We are so thankful. Also, I figured out this was a little confusing, but now I figured it out. Because I remember where I'm like, why do people keep all of a sudden added to my list? I don't actually because I clicked into Alexandra's name
Mhm.
because she joined us last week, and I was like, why? How did she
Yes.
just get added to my list? But she hasn't been here the whole time. I get notified when you guys join. I don't get notified when you actually upgrade or downgrade. So
Oh.
that's why. Because like I was just like, wait, why are you here?
Mm.
So that's why. So that's why I was just very confused when all of a sudden a name just popped on my list for Boy Lever. I was like, wait, it's because I knew Alexander had been here, but I was like, so anyway, a special, very special thank you to our 10 Boy-lievers who just go above and beyond to make
Wow.
this show happen. Candy, which mom, I guess you weren't here by the time I announced that last week because had already gone. Alexander is our newest Boy-liever. How about that?
That's very cool.
Isn't that awesome? So we got
Yes.
to our tubular 10 here, which like
Yeah.
is awesome. So thank you.
Tubular 10.
Candy Z, we love you so much. Donald, Big
Mhm.
D, what's up? Queen Pam, happiest of birthday months to
Yeah.
you. Alexander, we're glad that you're here. Thank you for that upgrade. You're the best for that. Carissa in Phoenix. I'm gonna start singing everybody's name. Lisa H. I'm not gonna do
Please
that to you,
don't.
Lisa. I'm not gonna do it. Karen W, we love you. And Tina U, we love you. And Michelle K, we love you. And Angela P, we love you. And thank you guys so much for the extra support for the show. Off next week. We'll see you guys on Thursday for more Mama's Boy and Mom. Get us out of here.
Okay, we love you forever. Mwah.